Hi, welcome to the Artists Forum. My name is Lisa Nicole Wilkerson, and I will be your host for tonight. Our guests for tonight make up a dynamic concert contemporary string quartet by the name of Ethel. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to you all. I would love if you could tell our viewing audience each of your names, your position that you have in the quartet, and also what instrument you play. I'll start with you.
Hi, my name is Ralph Farris. I play the viola. I am one of the founders and co-artistic directors.
Hi, my name is Corin Lee, and I'm a violinist.
Hello, I'm Kip Jones, and I play the violin too.
And my name is Dorothy Lawson, and I am the cello player of the group and also one of the co-artistic directors.
Wonderful. Welcome to you all. Thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it. So you mentioned that you've been together for over 20 years. It's amazing. First of all, please tell our viewers, what type of music do you play?
We play the music that we want to hear, which means it's going to be fun, and our hope is that it's interesting and engaging. There's going to be a lot of musical dialogue and narration between the various voices. We like to write a lot of our own music as well, and so we keep the friendships that we have in real life in the music itself, and we hope that you get a chance to hear that a bit tonight.
And what is the name of the first selection that you will be performing?
It's called A Wondrous Space, and it opens our multimedia show, Circus, Wandering City.
There you have it. Enjoy the first selection by the wonderful group Ethel. Kudos. Bravo. That was amazing. I thoroughly enjoyed that. So talk to me a little bit about that piece. You mentioned, I believe, Dorothy, you wrote the piece. Can you talk a little bit about what it meant to you and why you wrote it?
Sure, thank you. We had the magnificent opportunity to build a multimedia show with projections which were drawn from images in the Ringling Museum in Sarasota, Florida. And so the entire subject of the program is the life of Circus and the drama of those artists. And we began the project by writing music to the big themes: the love, the beauty, the risk, the heroism, the transcendence. And it became, as much as anything, a story of the human spirit. So we loved writing that music, just loved writing it.
And when did you create this piece?
Well, I guess we began the process in 2015. And we just launched it full scale at the Brooklyn Academy of Music. So 2018 was the final arrival of the full show.
Congratulations. So, as to that end, speaking of creating something surrounding something like Circus, right? I went on your website, and one thing I found to be intriguing was how you described yourselves as a group. You mentioned that this group loves adventure, it loves telling stories, it builds community, it connects souls, and it never stops reinventing itself, and of course it rocks. But nowhere in that description did you say, we make awesome music, right? And so my question is, how did you know that you had a bigger calling than, dare I say, just, right? Because music it's a universal language. It permeates so much of what we are and who we are as human beings on the planet. But to me, it seems like by describing your group as doing that you felt like there was a bigger mission that your music was supposed to take on. And so I would love to just get information on how did you know that you wanted to create music and wanted to create some synergy among all of you that transcended only making really cool music, if that makes sense, you know?
Community first, really. Community first, communication first. We are building a sense of togetherness in the work that we do. What we're doing right now, when we're with you, when we're with the amazing audience out there, we're actually in a feedback loop, if you will, that we're putting something forward, you're giving something back to us, and we're all living in this energy flow. And as we are building our work, that is exactly what we're committed to, that we are so keen to connect and to build a space of welcoming and friendship and warmth. That drives the entire mission. So when we're working with young people, or we're working with young composers or older composers, or with other colleagues, folks from Native America or inner city youth, or you name it, we are always keen to build community. And music is the way we do it, but it's always serving a larger mission of connection and possibility.
So would you say that that is how you formed your group? Because I did also hear friendship was something that you like to maintain. Was that part of how you knew that you had a synergy among the four of you that could be something that you could move forward with?
Because, of course, our magnificent violinists have joined us at later times. The original energy behind what we do was pretty standard musician life, just having a great time, loving the rocking out. In fact, that was our original, the first barrier that we broke was the idea that classically trained string players are supposed to be very, very, staid and have a very, very particular box around what they do. And we loved everything. We just wanted to get our hands dirty and try it all. And New York is a great place to do that. New York is such a full environment with every kind of opportunity. So that was our first energy together. When we attended the TED conference in 2006, it was a huge illumination to us of the condition of our, ecosystems. That we're in a very, very difficult time now. We're in a stressful time. Our social systems are under a lot of stress. And we began really wondering very much more articulately, what do we do that we can use to help in these conditions? And music is powerful. Music is, as you're saying, universal. And we did turn our own vision much more specifically towards being part of the solution.
So I would love to have one of you introduce your next selection. So we have another sample of the type of work you do. Would you like to introduce the next song?
Indeed. This is a piece of Ralph Farris's. It's called The Breakaway. And it's an energetic romp in 7/8 that accompanies in this same multimedia performance, Circus Wandering City, accompanies a story of Margie Geiger, an aerialist, who in 1947 did a move called the Breakaway, which is intended to be this incredible and very impressive, aerialistic feat. And the performers were a little bit late, and she wound up falling a significant distance and woke up with 6 men carrying her to the hospital in a blanket. And she says she stole the show. And so this song is the musical feeling that we bring to that experience.
Thank you so much. Enjoy. Again, bravo. Bravo. I cannot say it enough. You all are amazing. Thank you so much. So in the space of you developing your music, you mentioned that you met over 20 years ago. You two met over 20 years ago. So I'm curious, how did you meet? And then how did you then add on 2 other amazing artists to then create the group that you have today?
There's a just awesome composer named John King. He lives in downtown New York. He's been at this for many, many years. He's a dear old friend of all of us, and he actually had a project with the Pennsylvania Ballet that brought us together at first, and we played his music. And actually, as the ballet completed, we were actually applauded to such an extent that they had a different ovation for us as well, which was just kind of amazing.
That's awesome.
So we realized, wait a second, I think maybe we have something going on here, and also John's music is kind of awesome. So it was John's music that pulled us together at that point, and we also had another recording project, the composer Mel Graves, that brought us together, and we were basically freelancing. We were doing the work in New York City, and we found an opportunity to connect with New York composers and to support their work and write our own music and things like that. So that's how that all came to pass. Certain members moved on, and as groups will do, they do shift through the years. But these guys, Kip's been with us; he's in a 7th year now, and Corey's been with us 4 years now.
So how did you get on board with the group?
I actually first heard of Ethel when one of the former violinists, Maria Rao, came to a Juilliard class that I was attending, and she came for the music of business. And then time went on, and went to grad school, and then the other former violinist, Tema Watstein, she said, "Hey, you should audition for my place." So I was like, "Okay, let's do it."
Just like that, magic was born.
Yeah, and then I had the opportunity to meet these wonderful people.
I have to tell you, when Corey came to audition, he sang a Coldplay song for us. It was righteous. It was pretty amazing. Remember that, Kip?
I do.
That just goes to show you just never know what gets you the gig, right? Doing something that actually speaks to you speaks to everyone else, That's awesome. So over the years, you've obviously played a number of different venues. My understanding is that you perform at the Met quite often. Can you talk about some of the experiences you've had at the Met, or how that even came about, that this is like a regular thing and that people come to see you? They don't just go to the Met; they go to the Met to see Ethel.
It's a real blessing, and it's a unique privilege that we happen to curate the series on the balcony bar of the Metropolitan Museum of Art. And so Friday or Saturday nights, you'll either see us or our friends playing in that space from 5 to 8. Come on down Friday, Saturday nights. We love it. Among the things that have been up there is J.P. Joffrey is a fantastic bandoneon player from Harlem, originally from Buenos Aires, who'll play with his trio. There are a number of different classical and classical-ish projects. We've accompanied Alexis Michel, a local, what do I even call him, her, a transgender performer, drag queen, drag king. She is fantastic, and we had a very, very loud, that's the loudest that bar has ever been, was in June of this last year. We had the entire place just completely jumping. We love it there. We love it there. We have a number of dear New York friends who come to see us on a regular basis. And above and beyond that, it's amazing to be able to see tourists from all over the world, or travelers and visitors from all over the world, come to the space, experience what we're doing, and just leave full of joy. It's almost too good to be true, just kind of like night after night after night, to be able to give that kind of energy to people. We consider it a great blessing.
And do you feel that having been at the Met and having been seen by tourists, to your point, from all around the world, that it has increased your audience base or your fan base?
Yeah, absolutely. Certainly in terms of fan base and audience, I mean, no question, but also in terms of the friends that we spend time with in the city, and the people that we go out to coffee with, and the people that we're thrilled to see come to our shows, and who we just kind of want to steal for, a quick lunch before a show or something like this. Some really, really dear friends will come and hang out, on a regular basis.
And that's the beauty of music, too. So to that end, talking about music, building community, there's another selection that you guys are going to perform for us. Could you please introduce the next piece?
This next piece is called Soma, which is written by Kip Jones and is part of our program called The River, which is in collaboration with Robert Mirabal. And with this song, we request the viewers' participation. So let me demonstrate.
I'll do that louder.
Got it?
One more time.
I think I got it. If you guys got it, you ready? I'm ready. Here we go. Thank you so much.
1, 2, 3.
amazing. Oh, I am so excited to have had the chance to meet you, to have experienced firsthand your music. Please let our viewing audience know how they can learn more about you, how they can find out when your next concerts are coming up, and how they can get your music.
www.ethelcentral.org. That is ethelcentral.org. And social is at Ethel Central.
And one last question. For any up-and-coming artists, classical or otherwise, do you have pieces of advice that you might offer?
Go to markets that are unsaturated.
There's one piece of advice and one more.
Follow your heart and work your tail off.
Thank you so much for being here tonight. Thank you, Ethel, for being here, sharing your amazing music, and we will see you next time.
The Artists Forum.
Get connected.
Be heard.
The Artists Forum is a place where artists of all disciplines can network, collaborate, and showcase their work. You want to know when to catch us? Well, check us out on Facebook and Twitter, or sign up for our newsletter. You can also see us live on the web via Manhattan Neighborhood Network's MNN.org.
On the Artists Forum, you'll see interviews with New York City's emerging talents in theater, dance, music, visual arts, as well as the written word. We'll jump the velvet rope to get interviews with entertainment industry's top insiders, as well as some of its underground talents.
Expose yourself to the Artists Forum. Show us your work. Invite us to your performances. Do you have questions about the business? Do you need help better focusing your career? Or maybe just want to post some information about an upcoming project? Well, log on to our website, theartistsforum.org.
The Artists Forum, on the pulse of community activities and events.